What's going on, guys? How's it going? So we are going to talk about Gears of War. Okay, the Xbox showcase was yesterday. They dropped a new Gears of War trailer with some dates and some news on a multiplayer beta, which is absolutely huge. We're going to get more into that in a sec. We're going to talk about that. Then we're going to talk about some the multiplayer, like I said. Then we're going to talk about what we think Gears of War should / needs to do to keep going, to stay alive, because this could be a revitalization of the entire franchise here, with the coming to PlayStation, doubling the player base essentially, right, for Gears of War. It looks like they're trying to revive the multiplayer as well because they're dropping a beta for it. So they're not just giving us a remastered Gears of War multiplayer, they're dropping a beta for it. Tweet here, the boys are back in town, Gears of War Reloaded. August 27th. It's day one on Game Pass, Xbox Play Anywhere. It's on PlayStation as well for pre-order. I think it was £40, so £20 each of your game share. We've already pre-ordered that. With the pre-order comes the multiplayer beta, okay, which is huge. I didn't expect it. I thought we were going to get the campaign, and I thought, it's going to be awesome to remaster that, and I thought they might include the multiplayer. But if you go back and play Gears 1 multiplayer now, like last time they dropped, remember when they dropped that remastered bundle on Xbox, the multiplayer just didn't hold up. But they're dropping a beta for the multiplayer, which to me indicates that they're doing a whole rework for it, which is huge. Gears of War multiplayer, it's my first real online multiplayer experience back in the day, back in 2006, 2005, something like that, when Gears of War dropped on the Xbox 360. Some of the best times I've ever had, right up there with the old Call of Duty times, right up there with the old Halo times. Gears of War was up there with these giants, and it was just amazing. Okay, so they've confirmed now that we're getting a multiplayer beta this weekend. So multiplayer beta weekend runs June 13th to June 15th and features a social multiplayer experience in the classic team deathmatch mode across 3 maps, including the fan favorite Gridlock, as well as Raven Down and Gold Rush. Oh my god. So team deathmatch in Gears, for those of you guys don't know, all my Xbox guys out there, you know exactly how it works. Team deathmatch in Gears has always been a little bit different and better, if you ask me. It's a better form of team deathmatch than most games. So you have, you start off and each team has 15 lives. And every time you kill someone, you take away their lives. Once the 15 lives depletes, everybody gets dropped down to 1 life each. And then once you kill them, they're dead. And then that's the end of the game. That's how team deathmatch works in Gears. It's going to be amazing. This multiplayer beta is, God, I can't wait. And then we got a second multiplayer beta weekend, which I didn't know until just now, which is running from June 20th to 22nd. And that's adding King of the Hill, adding Canal, one of the most iconic multiplayer maps of all time across any game, not just Gears of War. Canals is amazing. Courtyard and War Machine. War Machine was absolutely amazing too. Oh my God, this is the news. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This could be the revival of Gears of War as we know it. And I know that Gears have still got diehard fans playing it and all that stuff, but it's really not relevant nowadays, and it's upsetting to say that because I love these games so much. But at the moment, it really isn't relevant, There's just a bit more news there on it. Don't worry about that. But those are the important dates. If you pre-order the game now or pre-download the game now on Xbox, or pre-order it on PlayStation Store, you get the multiplayer beta. I've already downloaded and installed that. I think it was 15 gigabytes or something, and then we'll be able to play this weekend. So hopefully that all runs smoothly. We'll be streaming it, guys. So don't forget to tune in here, Twitch, TikTok, all that stuff, okay? The next thing I wanted to talk about was, so the player base. Now, with Gears of War, it's doubling its player base, right? PlayStation are coming in. You guys are going to love it. If you guys never played it on Xbox, you are going to love these games. These games are just amazing. They're some of the most iconic campaigns you'll ever play. It was just so revolutionary when we booted up the 360 and played it. The graphics and all that stuff, and it looks like the graphics are going to hold up with the remaster, the rework. It really does look like it's all going to hold up. You guys are going to absolutely love it. It's going to be cross-play, cross-progression, all that stuff from launch, which is huge. Nowadays, a lot of games tend to stagger that stuff out over a 12-month period, but these guys are dropping it all at once, and I am absolutely here for it. Now we've talked about the hype of that and all that stuff. I really want to talk about how Gears of War can survive moving forward, because I don't think this will be enough. It might be enough because the player base is going to be so much bigger now because of PlayStation being here, yeah? I worry that it isn't. I'm worried that we're going to have another Halo Infinite situation on our hands. And I think what Gears of War need to do, or they definitely set themselves up to do this. This might be the plan. is to like just branch out from Gears of War and just have Gears of War Reloaded. You know, I don't think if you drop Gears of War Reloaded and then if you drop Gears of War 2 Reloaded, Gears of War 3 Reloaded, I don't think that's going to be, you know, yeah, we'll go play it and all that stuff, but is it going to maintain Gears of War players constantly and all that thing? I don't know what they need, you know, and like people tend to throw words like Battle Royale and open world out and all that stuff for these things. Gears of War has the lore for it, you know, so whether they like go crazy and drop like a Division style mode, you know, where you've got your own character and there's missions to do. You come back to home base, you customize your armor, because we've seen it with Gears Tactics. They can customize. They can have character customization. In Gears Tactics, you can fully customize every character, the colors, the hairstyles, everything, all that stuff. Add that in, and that's how they could build it. You know, like kind of like Destiny does, but obviously a bit more boots on grounds. That's why I said Division over Destiny. Really, you go out, do missions, you go out, fight bosses, you know, raidy type things. They could do it. And I think they need to do it. I think if anything Halo Infinite taught us was that the loyal old school players, the loyal OGs like us, all the guys on Xbox and, you know, all the guys on PlayStation who are on PlayStation now who played Xbox back in the day, weren't enough. Like, we weren't enough. I went back to Halo Infinite when it launched. I enjoyed it. It was Halo. It was awesome. Halo was back to what it used to be multiplayer wise. It was great fun, but it wasn't enough. And I know they dropped it incomplete. The co-op campaign wasn't live and all that stuff, but I don't think it would still be enough. And I think Halo's doing okay now, but doing okay isn't quite enough for giants like Halo, COD, Gears of War, you know, stuff like that. So I think that they need to do something big. I'm not sure what it is, whether that's a battle royale, whether that's an open world Division style thing, whether it's something else entirely. But if they just build off Gears, so if they like sort of like if you have Gears of War here, right? If you have this here, Gears of War Reloaded, we got Gears back, okay? Everyone's coming back, yay! PlayStation, and we're all coming back to it. If they build off it though, right? So don't just like drop Gears 2 Reloaded. Don't just drop Gears 3 Reloaded. Don't just drop this, you know? Sort of like if we go here and then they do like, let's just put BR in there, right? They go here and they have that, and you just have Gears of War that like as a thing. Don't do Gears 1, 2, 3. Just do Gears of War, and then they go BR, and then down the line they drop Gears 2, right? They drop the Gears 2 campaign with a remaster, blah blah, attached to it, blah blah, and they go Gears 3. They go Gears 3, and then they go Horde. Remember Horde? I can't spell. They go like that, and then they branch out from Gears as a game, and it's all just like kind of like Fortnite do, right? They do events and stuff. There's enough there, and then they could stagger release everything that we've had in the past, Gears 1, 2, 3, Judgment, and then we could just have the Gears universe that we play in, and it could be absolutely massive. Like, I think that's what they need to do. The multiplayer is just amazing. They've got so many game modes. The Horde mode it's the best like surviving wave of enemies thing ever. Like Horde mode in Gears 5 was so advanced. You had classes and all that stuff, but I think the player base had dwindled so much that it wasn't popular enough, you know. But if we've got everything else attached to it, if we've got like the Gears universe where we've got our campaigns and all that stuff, and then we've got our Gears multiplayer, then we've got our Gears Battle Royale or open world or whatever they do, then we got our Gears Horde mode, we got our Gears Hive mode, you know, the 3 players where you got to go into the Hive, blow up the Hive, get out. That was an awesome mode. They added that in Gears 4, I think it was. And then whatever new ideas they got, you know, these guys are some of the most creative devs ever. They've got the tools. They have to capitalize on it, because nostalgia will only carry this game so far. It's only going to carry it so far. The multiplayer could be enough, but I'm not sure if it is. Let me know in the comments what you think, guys, about this. Like, if you think the multiplayer is going to be enough with the PlayStation players coming over, the hype, the new graphics. Maybe Gears multiplayer isn't super popular because it's not new enough or the graphics weren't updated. But then again, the Gears 5 multiplayer was really good and the graphics were great, and you could barely find a game some days, and I don't know. So, but yeah, that's what I think people need. That's what I think Gears need to do here, and they've set themselves up to do this. Either way, we're pumped for this weekend. Multiplayer beta, June 13th, 14th, and 15th. We're going to be playing it all weekend. It's going to be a blast, so make sure you tune in. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, okay? If you're a Gears of War player still to this day, because I've dropped off. I dropped off a while ago. But I hardcore played all the way up to Gears 5. If you're a Gears War player still to this day, let me know what the state of the game's like. Let me know how easy it is to find games. Let me know if there's any hackers. I don't know how multiplayer is doing over there. Let me know what you think, what you want moving forward for Gears, just as a general. PlayStation guys, let me know if you're pumped for it. Any questions about the game, chuck them in the comments. And we'll see you for the next video.